Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Friends, before we get into what we always get into, what we have to talk some shop. You guys know I got to pay the bills. And that means we have to bring up our good friends at indiecd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, creatives, musicians. It has come to that time, friends. It is up. It is currently $40 for a lifetime membership, a lifetime chance at being established as an online presence in a community of authors and creatives and writers, access to that community calendar so you can actually find out when events you want to go to are happening. Shop gas pourer before they happen, friends. I'm a proud member of the Independent Creator Directory. You can use my link. It won't cost you anything, but I'll get a little bit of a kickback to go on. And guys, just consider joining up with them. We're also made possible by sales of my books over on Amazon. And those, of course, include The Simple Sword, The Fighting Axe, and The Simple Spear. 3 volumes of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals, designed to keep you on the right side of the sword. I will give you spoilers. Your goal is to put the pointy end in the other guy before he puts his in you. Everything else is about finesse, and I've got 3 volumes worth of finesse. So look that up. I've also got assorted games like Melee and the Big Stompy Robots line of games, which both have, Big Stompy Robots has a whole lot of stuff coming for it this year. I'm going to be doing a lot of play tests. There's good stuff coming. Also remember Through the Thinning Veil, guys. This is a quick read of 7 short stories to chill your bones. This is a good book. And I know who's been reading it and who hasn't. And friends, you want to get your hands on this. This is a nice one. It is in large print. Now, let's talk accountability. shall we? Um, we will of course get to the uh, minor details of what's been going on holiday wise, but my accountability between now and the last time you saw me was I have managed, because apparently my delightful beta readers wanted to take the time off now that it's done. But it has been submitted to them, and I'm waiting for their eager, chipper response. Because I want to be able to use their notes. Because fortunately, one of my beta readers is also trained as a proofreader. So I'll get her notes and edits and questions and things because I know there are typos. Anybody who's read any of my rough or free done writing knows I stutter when I write, which means I repeat words a couple times. And I do tend to drop words when I'm writing quickly, trying to get an idea nailed down. So mechanical things like that, I'm going to do some chapter organization and set up a table of contents for it because people apparently like that. We'll see. I'd like to know, by the way, if you guys like tables of contents in fiction, because I put so much work into this. Now, after that is done, I will be devoting basically the majority of my time to finishing and polishing up some game prep. I have my version of the Base Plus 2 RPG. It's coming out. I want it done this month, is what I want. I want it done this month so I have time to order it for IndieCD.com, which, of course, guys, please remember, IndieCD.com. It's in Fowler, Indiana, February 24th, 10 till 10. It looks like we might be full on vendor space. I'm putting a slight pause on vendors because on seeking new vendors because we may have the majority of the space. It's not the biggest venue. I'm going to be looking at that. We've got Luke Stone has joined up, so it will be really exciting to meet Luke, firsthand after everything else. Of course, the Bachmans are going to be there. Carl Witzman, Brian K. Morris, Alec Martin. A couple friends from my time as a vendor. Kitty Delisambra should be there. So it should be a nice, diverse group of creators. And I'm really hoping that they can bring a bit of joy and culture and opportunity and inspiration to the good folks of Fowler. Also working towards that is the wonderful works of Don Dulas, who's setting up basically a swag table for all of you who can't make it due to distance. You send her stuff you want done. We'll put it up. We're also going to be working to get some poster type, biography type sheets so that the people who are in Indie City who can't make it can be somewhat represented there. So please reach out to Don Dulas if you have questions about getting your swag to IndieCD.com. I want to thank you guys for all the effort and help you're putting into that. So I've been doing a lot of the background for that, which is not fun. It's the grinding prep for the convention. The other thing we had to do, guys, and this is where it gets grim, because a lot of people say, don't look at your sales. It'll break your heart. This is something Brian K. Morris said to me, and he's a very wise man because he is indeed accurate. But I had to wait till the first, being today. So once I got all the videos set up, I got to sit down and do the comparative math. Yay, friends. Because, and it can be tricky with, if you go through Amazon, getting all your information. Because right now, because the way some things are set up, I have technically 12 publications that I track. Now, a couple of them need to be combined because it's an ebook and a print copy. But I've been talking about finding your niche for a long time, friends. And I haven't done the percentages, but I can say without doubt for my own publications through Amazon sales. Now, this little paper of doom, gloom, and education is not my numbers total, because I do a lot of at con sales, and I will have to meet with Mandy and sit down and look through the numbers we have to track that. But for online sales, basically, my I am dominated by my wonderful manuals. My fencing manuals just completely. I mean, it's almost insulting how badly they dominate my other books for sales. Then come, staggering behind my game-related books, and then come my novels and fiction at a very farther gap. Now, this is not indicative of the quality of the product. No, this is indicative of the competition of the product. What am I saying? When I put out fiction, when I put out, horror or sci-fi or something like that, because I usually do sci-fi horror, guys, it gets kind of rough because I have to compete with many, many, many thousands of people. It's a very broad target. So getting my audience to catch it, be interested, and snag it, that's the challenge. But when I go into my game design stuff, suddenly that's a much narrower target field. So it does better for me. Now, when I go to my Western martial arts stuff, now this is the overall size of my potential customer base is much smaller, but they're much more dedicated. The people who are looking for it, look for it. That is my primary niche. What does this mean to me and my writing from a business standpoint? From a business standpoint, unless I make changes, which I intend to do, I now, when I look at these numbers, I know what to focus on for the purpose of actually making bank. If I want to make money, I need to devote my time to putting out, more fencing related manuals, tweaking them. There are a couple of things I have on here that I want to get into hardcover, which becomes just the annoyance of formatting, but not a lot more content production. I've already made the content. I just have to rewrap it. The other thing I have to look into, which I haven't done yet, is my how much money I made through the Kindle exclusive. Now, if it's not a large percentage by the page views for Kindle Unlimited, I will need to go wider with my stuff. And then that will mean jumping to something like Hulu or direct to digital or something else and fanning out to see if perhaps I can get a different audience there. That's where I will confer with people like Brian K. Morris and Carl Witzman and other perhaps more established authors to see techniques. I may have to do some other things like redo some of my cover art for some of my works, which I'm totally okay with. I have no problem with that. I've improved as an artist in some cases, and redoing the art may bump it up into a bit more notice. So that's sort of where I'm looking. You have to understand, I am a passionate believer Dear friends, in the importance of an examined life, there are few things that I hold more terrifying or chilling or unnerving as the idea of living in an unexamined life. Because if you are not examining what you are doing, if you are not taking time and taking stock, you can't identify your problems. You can't identify your strengths. You can't find ways to move forward. You can't think critically. You have to examine what you're doing and why. Now, I know it is New Year's Day. Everybody's expecting me to come on. Let's hear about your resolutions and stuff. I'm going to tell you something. I don't care about your resolutions. And what I mean by that is everybody says, I'm going to do New Year's resolutions. And then they set it, and by February, most of it goes away. Let's be honest. Because life does not change through sudden dramatic improvement. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you guys this. This is hardcore Unky Nick wisdom coming at you. We all want that dramatic point. It's sort of like the part of us that wants closure when things go wrong. We want the dramatic, and then this happened, and I changed my ways, and I did this, and everything was better. I call it the lotto mentality. It's especially a very American idea. That we're just one quick change, one right idea, one thing from big money. Woo! Here's the truth, toots. And yeah, I'm coming on strong into 2024. Guys, if you want progress, if you want to get better at anything, you have to pay attention, you have to put in the hours, and you have to work at it. One thing, overnight successes, famously, it's amazing how many years go into being suddenly successful. Because yes, a hinge pin moment can come, that magic fork that delivers you to a better way. You may meet the right person, you may find the right deal, you may get in the right negotiation, and I have had a few of those that could have completely cave. I've watched them crash and burn in my hands. But friends, going into this year, we should be working on some measures of self-improvement, but we should have been working on them yesterday. We shouldn't let a calendar date just affect us that way. Now, some of you have, and that's cool. If today is the first day of the new year and new me, all right. If that's where you're going with it, cool. Pick what you're going to do, make sure it's sustainable, and make sure it is achievable with clearly defined parameters and something, a deadline, all of it reasonable, and set these. Don't set resolutions, set goals. Now, your goal may be the extinction of a behavior, and that's fine. That's great. You want to quit smoking? You want to quit drinking? You want to quit anything that's not positively helping your life? Cool. Life will be easier if you can wind it down gentle. It's more gentle on yourself. Very few people can go cold turkey from a lot of things. So be gentle on yourself, but be consistent. Now, I said it before, I'll say it again. If you want to be a swordsman, you drill every day. That's the big secret. I've been laid out, I don't know how many times, utterly physically undone to varying degrees. And I've come back by just slow, consistent work. You want to get a novel written, you want to get a book out there. You have to say, I'm going to write this, write it every day. And I don't care. I don't care if you're only writing for 15 minutes. I'm on my break, ticket, 15 minutes a day, every day. That'll get you there. But you have to be consistent. And here's the great thing about all this, because I know I've come on kind of grumpy today. It's like, well, Nick, how did you celebrate your New Year's Eve? I really didn't. I hung out with my family. We watched, actually, there's a channel called Forge Labs, and they do a bunch of goofy Minecraft videos because it made Xander happy. And we sat and we watched the guy do a whole bunch of 100 days in Minecraft, and we ate some good stuff. And then we got tired. And technically, at some point in there, it was midnight, but we went to bed. I didn't stay up later than normal. I didn't do anything too dramatic because I wanted to come in to 2024 functional. Now, I know a lot of you, unfortunately, are coming in a little hungover. And while I feel empathy towards the pain of anyone who has a hangover today, which is why I didn't completely blow out your speakers, I do not hold that much. Because, guys, part of it is you mess around, you find out. So I'm going to hold you guys to what you need and where you're going to go. Okay? Because I have things to do. And yes, I have goals. But I'm not going to tell you all my goals. You know why? Because there is accountability. And I will give you accountability on my progress, etc. But don't tell everybody what you're doing. Because it's been proven. Decide you're going to do it. And I mean decide. I'm talking hardcore. This is where the world starts to get borderline monosyllabic. Okay? The strength and the simplicity of it. What are you doing? I am doing this. And with that comes a gift. In fact, before I run the ad and get to your chat, I'm going to give you guys a gift to empower you through 2024 and the rest of your lives. A gift of wisdom, a gift of experience, a gift of one of the most powerful things you can do. And you want to know what that gift is? Say no. Set your boundaries around what you want to be, what you want to do, and say no to anyone or anything that is less important than it. You look at your schedule and you go, what is the most important thing in my life? Because a lot of us are setting up our new schedule books. We still have to go buy ours, but when we're setting up our schedules, your happy little calendars. What am I doing this week? Yada, yada, yada. Set time to write. Set time to draw. Set time to study what you need to do to make that work better. Okay? And as soon as you do, I will tell you the world, my dear friends, whom I love deep in my heart. I love you enough that you're meeting Honest Nick, some of you for the first time. Hi, I'm Nick. The world, as soon as you make a decision, will immediately test it. And it will test it hard. There are people in our lives who, as soon as you set up a boundary, as soon as you set up a mission statement, will do whatever they can to sabotage it because they just want to see you fail on some level. And I'm going to tell you something. When you set that no up, Okay? That velvet rope has no slack. And if you find people just pushing and nudging, saying, no, 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 don't do that. Come do this. And they will cajole, they will tempt, they will berate, anything to get you off the path you're trying to walk. That's when you pull the little black knife and you cut the silver thread that connects you to them. You sever them from your life and you don't look back. And does that sound cold? Yes. Does that sound perhaps ruthless? Yes. I am a loving, caring person. I love my friends and I wish the best for them. I love the people I've had the pleasure to know and I wish every joy on them. However, I deserve my joys. I deserve the things that make my life worth living. And if other people can't handle that, excluding, of course, as you know, the rules. Everything has to be consenting. Nobody's getting hurt. We're avoiding legality issues. Understand all that's in place for whatever you're doing in life. If they won't let you have that, just disregard them. Send them on their way. You know, I don't wish ill on the kind of people in my life who have done that, but I do wish away. There is a great group of philosophers who spoke in this in a wonderful volume that you can actually get. It's an audio track. That group was a band called Pantera, and the track is called Walk. Now, as the inverse for the folks who are there for you, the folks who are a step stool when you're too short, an umbrella when the rain falls, a spotlight when you need to be heard. Those people, those wonderful ride or die folks, the people who remind you what humanity can be. A lot of them are in this chat. A lot of them. And I'm not afraid to drop names. Now, we're talking folks like Joe Bachman and Trelena Bachman and Brian K. Morris and Carl Witzman, the kind of people who check on you when the weather is bad, the kind of people who reach out to say, Happy New Year in your messenger. I watched my messenger. I know who thought of me and who didn't, and that's okay. I know why. Because I examine my life. I pay attention, and I encourage you to too. Because this is not a grumpy thing. This is an empowering thing. This is a good thing. It's work. And work is branded as unpleasant. And sometimes it is. But we have to go to that all-knowing measurement. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what you get out of what you're doing worth the cost of doing it? And if you're working a job where you don't feel that way, then get out of it. If you're in a relationship where you don't feel that way, either fix it or go. But don't suffer. That's what I want for you guys in 2024. For you all to emancipate yourselves from the burdens that are false, the things against you that you've internalized, the things that push on you, the things that tell you, no, you can't do that. Ha ha ha, you'll never make any doing that. Just go back, push your little button and be your little drone. We are humans, not machines. We are humans, not pack animals. We are intrinsically worth more than we are paid to do things because that's how business works. They would not pay you to do what you do if it wasn't worth more than that cost to them. That's why you feel like you're being ripped off. So look at what you're doing. Look at what you want, what you need. Okay? And don't go around telling everybody the resolutions. Don't go around beating your chest. I'm gonna do this. And then a little later, have failed. Man, I'm just gonna do it. Set your nose to the grindstone. Decide. Heart of hearts time. Real, what we used to call coming to Jesus meetings with yourself. Say, I'm doing this. I'm making this happen. And then make it happen. And yes, throw your accountability out here. I want to hear it. But you don't have to play all your cards. No. Not till you're ready. Go and boom. This is done. Yeah. Boom. This is done. I can't do that. Well, it's impossible. He might think, no, it's possible. And I might know it's impossible. But nobody tell him till after he's done doing it. Remember, creatives, authors, artists, musicians, the wonderful soul-infused individuals in my chat who may watch, the people who may watch this in the future, however long this thing floats around the interwebs. Remember, what you are doing right now by writing a book, by drawing that picture, by submitting it, by putting notes together to form a song, by knitting or crocheting and taking string that's a pile of, chaos, and turning it into a blanket or a little anamaguri guy or whatever, a hat. Millions of people are out there thinking right now, I'd like to do that, but it's impossible. It's impossible. Then they get sad. A lot of things are going on, especially this year. Anybody who's been paying attention knows this. How do you stay sane? By looking at what you can change and exerting your energy to change it. I can't save the world. There's no S on my chest, But maybe I can be there when somebody needs a friend. Maybe I can inspire somebody to do something. Maybe my stories will help somebody, one person. Then do it. Now, I've heard some really positive things about people saying, you don't need to justify your existence. You don't need to work to prove it. And that is a healthy truth. Everyone has the right to exist. However, if you have that fire inside you that says, no, I'm here for a reason. I'm here to create. I'm here to motivate. I'm here to elevate. Do not let that fire go. Do not go gentle into the night of mundanity. We are not meant to live, to work, to die. That is not the purpose of humanity. That is not the hope of humanity. That is not the dream of humanity. So, dear viewers, dear beloveds, my bunch of blessed lunatics, in 2024, like you should have been doing in 2023, walk the walk. Pick a purpose, pick a destination, and understand it is a winding road to get there. but do it because it's worth it, because you're worth it, and because what you will make on the other side is worth it to those that come after. When you write a book, you are planting the seed of a tree you may never live to sit under, and that is okay. The cruel reality of our world is that people who make changes rarely get recognized in their own life. They rarely have any idea who and what they have done, what they become for the world. So make the changes. Start the ripples and have faith in God, in the universe, in whatever you believe. Have faith, even if it's just in causal reaction, cause and effect, friends, that those changes will keep going. You launch them with clarity, with positivity of your heart, and true good intentions, and then you let them go. Because once they're out there doing their thing, they'll take care of themselves. And you're working on the next one. And some will fail, some will flop, and some of those ripples will turn into tidal waves that'll change your life. And I believe you guys can do that. So, I'm going to run an ad for what I truly believe is a great way to get a basis online for making those changes. And then I am almost 100 comments behind in my lovely chat. And I will deal with that and we'll go. And if we run late, we run late because you guys are important. And we will just roll with it, friends. So let's get that first ad of 2024 rolling. And then I'll see you in about a minute 21. Thank you, Joe Bachman, for what you do and helping keep the lights on around here. First through the door at 9:53 because it's one of those days. 7 minutes ago, and I'm the only one here. Well, Donna, I'm going to be honest with you, darling. If you're the only one here, it's you and me. Let's just lay down. Let's just turn down those lights, turn up the heat, and have ourselves a calm, wonderful moment. Because you know, my dear Donna, I am here for your amusement. Hoping that means that Blitzman Dude is getting me more coffee. Well, you know, coffee like you should be piping hot, and I hope you have a good one. Yeah, I'm going into this year hardcore, guys. And what's this? Belated thesis with hippie nude rear. You know what? I've seen more than a few of those in my time, but hope you guys are having a wonderful new year. He says, at least for you solar calendar weirdos, us lunar calendar users won't have a new year for at least a month and a half. I am pantemporal. Ooh, I just invented a new word and I love it. Pantemporal, friends. I celebrate the new year multiple times during the year. And I am okay with that because it is a reason to celebrate, a reason to recalibrate, and a reason to escalate my efforts in what I am trying to do. So, heck yes. And hey, Thesis, morning, Donna. And we're joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Hollifield. Tell Carl that I need coffee too. Hey, Dan, we'll pass it on. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl Witzman. How is your world going, sir? Dan says, I think I get a cup and a half of coffee each morning and Donna gets the rest. Here's to married life, sir. It's worth every ounce of suffering. Anything we endure for the ones we love is worth it, friends. Hello, Donna, Dan, and Thesis. We got greetings. And would have been here earlier, but Donna's sister left me 5 videos of that Southern woman and 3 cats to watch. That could be very interesting, depending on the nature of the Southern woman to which you reply. And yay, cats. Poor Calvin had to wake me up 3 times this morning. Aww. Thesis says, my dog wakes me up every morning before the sun. Very rarely does she let me go back to sleep. Right, Thesis? Callie woke me up at 4 or 5, but these kittens are wearing him out. Now we sleep until 6. Nice. My cats know I get up at 8. My cats know not to interfere with me getting up before 8. That's what happens. Thesis? Sorry, Thesis. It's okay. No one worry about that. Good morning, Alec of Alec's Creations, who we will see at IndieCD.com. Good morning. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's Day, my dear, dear friend. I hope you are feeling crafty and creative. And Foxy and I have been getting up around 7:30 for the past 8 or 9 months. Nice. I stick to 8 because with my sleep schedule, I usually am up till between midnight and 1, just because the way Xander and I function, you know, there's some autistic sleep schedule things going on there, and we make it work. Hey, Alec. Now, Dan says, now that I have coffee, will someone please explain to me what the fabulous I am doing awake and not snuggled up to Lindsay and the dog and cat at this ungodly hour? Well, while I cannot compete with your Anglican angel, I will say this, dear Dan. Sometimes you just want the company of creatives. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Central, whatever your time, and sorry, 10 a.m. Eastern, we make this work. And it's worth it. And there's nothing saying you can't watch some of the show and go snuggle back in. And Alex, Carl's saying, how, Alec, we got greetings. Can't understand how you're up, Dan, but when I figure out, I'll let you know. Putting on my like. Yep. And as you are free of the burdens of factory life, you're currently in your test retirement, I believe, before that last final day where you'll come in and then leave. Enjoy it. Your schedule's gonna move around. Just you're gonna have to process that, and that's okay. Accountability from Carl Witzman. Let's hit it. Updated the Muncie book, and it's at my beta readers testers now. Actually typed info into the spy novel and had actual progress. Exquisite, good sir. Gets into the Dawn contrapose. Dan, let Dawn sleep. We kept her up quite late last night. Even Aunt Donna Carly might be at Indie Creator Con if the ropes don't slip. And we're joined by the lovely, the effervescent, the elusive and mysterious Miss Saren Incognito. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Saren. I hope you're having a wonderful one. And we're greeting Carl. And not me having stayed up till midnight talking to Ethan about our characters. It happens. And we're joined by My man, the myth, the legend, Jody McPhee. Happy New Year, all. Happy New Year, Nick. Happy New Year to you, sir. In fact, it's been a bit since I ran a commercial, and Lord knows Joe's is a great commercial. Let's hit it.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
This is not me enjoying peppermint bark while running the show. Not at all. No, Joe's an incredible creator. Man on a mission. Love to see it. Morning, Joe. And we've got greetings that I'm just going to flip through because Lord knows I'm epically behind. At first, accountability of the year. Woot! For Joe, currently adding the digital versions of comics on the company website. Primetime Saturday night. Books are live now. Yes. And, I had a thought. Thank you. And just got tired of taking a beating on royalties. Ever since Comixology was merged to Amazon Kindle, they went from dollars to pennies. You're not the only one feeling that pain, sir. And morning, Donna, Carlene, Dan Hallfield, etc., and Carl Witzman. Is it amazing how the pay goes down when Amazon gets involved? Exactly. I'm hearing this consistently. And friends, I am open at this point. I've got my numbers for being involved with Amazon for 16 years. It's grim, dear viewers, but informative. And good morning, ladies and germs. Good morning, Brett Lankard. I hope you are doing well, good sir. Nick, you could do a variety of covers like the comics. See what appeals to folks more. I might just do something like that. I'm not sure. And there may be some, there are plans in 2024 for a bit of, we'll say, sequential experimentation on my part, because there is a certain folk hero that I have to redraw and make manifest. And I realize I'm going to do it my way. It is on my to-do list once I get through a few of the more guaranteed profitable things. Grant. Hey, Grant. Hey, Carl and Donna, hope you guys had wonderful New Year's. You know what? I do too. I hope everybody did. So far, so good, Grant. Hope for the same for you and Angie and other folks here. Absolutely. Oh, I love this, Dan. I love this. You say you want a resolution. Well, you know, we'd all love to see the plan. Nice. And you know what? If Glenn isn't here, I am sorry, Glenn. There's a Beatles reference and you missed it. Should have been in the chat. Ha! Lamau, Dan. Big grins. Don't have any resolutions. At least Donna hasn't told any yet. Nope, I have some plans that have been in place since before, and they're going to keep on trucking. Dan Hallfield says, I hereby resolve to go to work at least twice this year. And no more. Oh. Oh, then. And the Church of the Rising Tide event. and the choir of the Church of the NTF says, amen. And that's right, because we will build you up, elevate, educate, and escalate your endeavors, but we will not do so blindly. We will not do so through comfortable lives. No, we will build a staircase where each brick is a golden truth, a sparkling prism of wisdom with which to build your future upon, not the shifting sands of smiles and stabs in the back. That is not how we operate here. Hey, man. Alex says, I missed the good morning from Nick, so I didn't blow out my eardrums. Okay, well, Alex. Good morning, Nevermorians. That's right. That one's just shouting out for Alex eardrums. And seeing if I can't wake up the house. Hi, Jody. No hangover today. Behaved rather well last night in Jack Plant's voice. Believe it or not. I can't do Jack Plant's. And we've got Dan Hollifield. Amazon makes too much money on paying per page than actual downloads. When Comixology was a standalone company, they paid based on purchase of comic. Amazon, not so much. Absolutely. And Dan is going in for a second cup of coffee. Battle on, Dan Hollifield. And Alex, New Year's goal is to work on school and art better in sync, find a schedule, continue to take my HRT shots, rock on, and make sure that to take those actually consistently again. So my transition goes smoother. Rock on. Be safe, be smart, keep everything monitored, and rise above. Be the you want to be. Grant Lanker says, I didn't drink it all last night. I Ubered all night. I didn't drink it all last night. I ate really good lasagna and then assorted other things because my tummy was a little upset. Hey, Grant Lanker. Grant, I didn't Uber last night. I drank all night. See, for every yin, there is a yang. Hi, everyone. Hi, Kelly. And with Kelly here, I want to run her ad as soon as I find where it got put. So it's one of the new ones. So we got to talk about from the paranormal case files of Bishop Kincaid. Guys, this is so good. Atomic Stories is so good. There is so much great going on, and I owe her an ad. That goes on the things I need to do, but that's okay. And if I've missed my window, that's on me because I take responsibility for my actions. Hey, Kelly, at least you were safe with us online, Dan. Hey, Kelly, good plan, Alec. 11 watching, not 5 likes. If YouTube is correct, get to liking, folks. Please, because I am battling the algorithm for your behalf. I'm sorry, I had to finish that tune. Morning and Happy New Year. Good morning and Happy New Year to Dawn. Now, I do want to remind you, folks, check what's in public domain. It's interesting this year, a little bit spicy. For example, the words, not the recording, but the words so that you can make your own and sheet music for Big Rock Candy Mountain is, as of today, in public domain. So those of us who like a little bit of twang and aren't afraid to have our grass be a little blue, really have a little fun with that one. I may just see if I can't get a new version of the Big Rock Candy Mountain going. And I found, thank you, Dawn. You inspire me, Dawn, sometimes. The Library of Congress has free digital recordings of public domain music that you can snag and use and reference where you got it from. So those people on StreamYard, those people on YouTube, The guys who, I want to claim copyright. No, 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 no. U.S. government says to that. So we'll talk about that more, maybe tomorrow. But go check it out. I will also say be real careful playing with Steamboat Willie. Yes, it's in it is technically public domain. However, about 15 years ago, our dear friends at the House of Mouse used elements of Steamboat Willie as a trademarked icon and opening for several of their projects. And trademarks, like my love of Cassandra Peterson and my devotion to Dolly Parton, because again, everything must have a yin and yang, is eternal. Be careful, dear friends. Tangle not with the House of Mouse unless you are ready to deal with it. But other really cool things are hitting public domain right now. So, and we've got, hi, Donna. I just got home making lots of coffee. Yeah, lots of coffee. Woo! Coffee, coffee, coffee. I miss coffee. But they haven't taken my chocolate yet. Well, they try, but in moderation. Dawn, hi, Alk. We got greetings. And I'm going to blast through the greetings because I'm monstrously behind. Face red heart shape. Okay. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn, I had a wonderfully inappropriate last and early morning goodness. I have hangover. Sounds like you enjoyed yourself this holiday, and a great many people like to bang in the new year in style. So yes. And Alex says, just saw your email, Nick. I was going to email you, but I supposedly passed out after 12. I just wanted to say thank you for all you do, all you have done for me and others. Thank you, Alec. It is a privilege. And communication will be a lot easier with the whole 18 and social media thing. But yes, I believe in you, kiddo. And I believe in a great many people. I wouldn't work so hard and invest so much of my time and energy in trying to get you guys to believe in yourselves if I didn't passionately believe in it. And yes, guys, this is going to be a long show. I just want to get things through, and I'm monstrously behind. So I'm going to deal with the comment dump right now. And we'll just see how monstrously behind I am. Oh, wow. Oh, dear. Oh, my. If I say anything else, it will sound like an inappropriate track. So here we go. And hello, Dan, Carl and Nick. Hey, Dawn. How are the kitties being? Woohoo, Kelly. You needed it to deserve it. Yes. Oh, Kelly. Okay. And how was your New Year's Eve, Dawn? Anything special? Kelly, you probably need to cut loose a little after last year. Quite. Hung out in the green room till 11:15 my time, celebrated midnight with the East Coasters, then hung with Ted till midnight, was in bed by 12:30, huh? Exciting? It's nice when you have that opportunity. And I think of all the ones I was basically alone. It was exciting at times, Dawn. Ha ha ha. Too exciting. We expect that Ted is exciting, Dawn. I bet. Very possible, Carl. Very possible. Last year was wretched with delays, illness, and more. For many of us, but I'm just going to keep on trucking. I'm not even going to be like, I hope this is the year. Nope. I'm working on today. And I am counting the days till the 24th of February, because I will see a great many of you and a great many other people. And there will be sales, and there will be drama, and there will be communication, and it, dear friends, will be beautiful. Ted can be exciting. Carl, just because I scared Zach, but Dawn, you always scare Zach. Zach's good people. I like Zach. Sounds like a nice evening to me, Dawn. Morning all. Good. Oh, wait. Hey, Foxy, how you doing, dear? Always good to have you slide on into the chat. How goes? Morning. Hey, Foxy. It was Kelly. Kelly, we had a new person come to the green room. He had seen some of our other Rising Tide shows and seen not the green room signs, told him that this is that green room. Wonderful. I'm sorry I didn't make it. I have kind of made it my policy this, not just this year, but in recent years, to try to spend my holidays as much as possible with my direct family because I love them. And I love you guys too, but I can hang out late on a given Saturday with you guys. And Don says, I don't scare Zach, but I think he has concerns. Oh, we all have concerns. LOL. And Kelly says, since this is a PG show, I will say I am happy in 2024. Well, sometimes in life one must suffer a few petite morts to keep going. And Kelly says, Carl says, Kelly, my imagination on that compound. You're not the only one, and it's a pleasant thing to contemplate. I'm not going to lie. Oh, LOL, Carl rolling on the floor. Oh, my. Imagination is wonderful. Imagination is a weapon in the battle of your soul. Imagination. Michael Longcore has a great song about imagination. Good morning, everyone. This is Chris Walker. Hello, Chris. And Happy New Year. I hope everyone has a great year ahead. One of very good health, great news, happiness, laughter, fun, accomplishment ahead. That's what we're aiming for, friends. And it's going to be a good one if we make it so. And rolling in the floor, that sounds painful. Depends what your floor is made of. And it's about time for me to run an ad. So let's run an ad. Yeah.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Did you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series? Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Harley Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Harley's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except to Dixie with his country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
That's how I love good mysteries, but I always start to wonder about how people feel like about Angela Lansbury, or if you see David Tennant walking into a small town in like northern England. I'd be worried after a while because like so many bodies drop around, Murder, She Wrote. I can't remember her character's name. It'll hit me later. But, I start to worry sometimes, like these wonderful little towns where nothing ever happens. But, oh, yes, we've had 6 murders in the last 4 months, February got spicy, Like, just wonder about that. Still, we'll see. And now, today, back to writing projects and as much coffee as my kidneys can handle. Well, good luck avoiding that caffeine poisoning, and let's keep rocking. Now, I do want to remind you guys that right now, or about 5 minutes ago, Nita and Daphne's show should be starting on Raging 2. Independent Comics Network. I have no problem for those of you who have to drop out for that, but if you want to hang out, that's fine. And we've got greetings, and we've got my imagination is a scary place. I've been called a pervert because I'm a professional pervert. I'm one of the people who's been proud to use that term. And then I surround myself with people who love me the way I love them, and that's the goal. Heard this got said the other day, and yeah. Yep, that's the deal, folks. On the floor, Donna. Oh, the hangover. Hydrate, my dear. Actually, coffee probably isn't the best idea because that'll make you the diuretic. So you'll have to go to the bathroom more, you'll lose more water. Get some water, get some electrolytes in you. Maybe eat something with some fat. And good morning, Don. We got more greetings from poor Kelly. Chris. Wait, we just found out what the neighbor above Kelly's been doing. Oh my. Kelly's rolling on the floor. That's why she's so happy. Can imagine her night. Anyway, good morning. Hey, Don Carr. And Dan says, every day is the start of the new year. That's been the basis of my life for decades now. This is wisdom made manifest right here. Listen to the man. He knows things. Just like I know things. It is the gift of the gray. Anyway, laughing Dawn, laughing. They're having fun, and you guys should, especially since she had to PG it down for us. Oh, I'm sure. I got a cup of coffee because I like coffee. Oh, I love coffee. Sorry, kids, this show is PG, unfortunately. One of these days, one of these nights, one of these crazy, lonely nights, I may just do a Nevermind the Furthermore after hours just for the S&G of it. It wouldn't be broadcast on YouTube. We'd have to figure something out. But yeah, we'll figure something out because I think that would be hilarious. Chris says, I'm a bad influence on Carl, I'm afraid. He stayed up late this weekend hanging out online with me. I should be admonished. You've been a bad boy. You've been a bad boy, Chris. Shame. You know what this means. Nah, Chris, you're fine. It's too late. I've already started punishment. Absolutely. Smile for all of you. Nah, it's fortunately because then I can be here. Exactly. Are you saying you need members from punishment from the COC? Unless you want to be admonished by the cult of Chris. Where is Sarah? We could use her this morning. This is her specialty. See how quickly Dawn hopped on that? Absolutely. Carl, COC is very good at admonishment. Takes out leather paddle. Hashtag, guys, yes, all of you. Thank you for starting the year off so well behaved. The green room. Yeah, Carl, no comments on the COC. Ha ha ha. Sorry, I got carried away. Dang, take it easy. This year just started. Ease into it. Nope, we're jumping right in with both feet, boy. Big slick thoughts. Anyway, XD is alrighty. And thesis, that stands for Cult of Chris Walker. Small group of them growing. There's a lot of joking cults around here in alternate religions. Most of them are jokes, guys. If you're new to the show, don't worry about it. I feel great this morning. I think I could get those 4,000 words on my Werewolves of London done. Hop it and pop it, dear. Then lock it and drop it. Let's get those words on the page. Ow. Oh, ow. Ooh, Werewolves of London. Uh-oh, Nick had a thought. Yes, and it could be a profitable one. It will be part of how wide I throw my net. Oh, no. Happy New Year, everyone. Didn't know you were on today. People need a morning show, and I do occasionally take off for family things, but New Year's morning, Xander's going to sleep in. Mandy did sleep in. I got up and took care of business because that's how I feel like rolling this year. But Glenn, I am so happy to hear. We had a Beatles reference earlier. I hope you got to hear it. If not, catch the rewind. And by the way, oh, yes, we'll get it. Donna Carly, yes. Glenn comes in and gets all smooth. Good morning, Glenn. Nick, Glenn! I heard it. Excellent. Glenn got summoned, but not by the courts this time. Hey, I don't need a powdered wig to summon Glenn. Witzman dude, You don't need any resolutions. If I believed in resolutions, just be the best you can, and that's all anyone needs to do. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Do your best, discard the rest, and keep on trucking. Morning, Glenn. Woot! Now all the digital versions of Amazonia are live on the website. Kick butt and take names. Hey, Glenn. Holy dude. There are several dudes in here. Some of them may be holy. Oh, not me. I'm a stumbling sinner, gonna hopefully, come skidding through the gates at the end. And if they hand me a rag to wash the celestial toilets, I will consider myself a blessed man. Anyway, yep. Ouch! Yeah, woke me up more. Good morning to you. Anyway, Golden Truth. That really was a good tag team. Shame they didn't get a bigger push. Point. Funny, Dan. Glenn Fleming is helping police with their inquiries, as they say. Oh, my. And Foxy says, I didn't drink because can't anymore. I will never question nor have any problem with your choice of sobriety. And Glenn, I never Uber, just drink. Well, absolutely. You're British. It's okay, Foxy. Nobody has to drink to be happy. I probably could have a drink here and there, but mostly I don't bother. It's probably wise. Foxy, I only drink straight Coke, so it's all good. And I think 3 years ago, I had a glass of Merlot for my birthday. So. Glenn Fleming. Judge Glenn, I am the police. That's great. And let's see. All right, Foxy, everyone needs to find their center to be who they need to be. Absolutely. I can't drink either, but I'm crazy enough to act it. Remember, I am solidly sober. Everything I do comes from a mix of flawed genetics, mental illness, and seeing things no mortal is meant to do. I will remind folks that I do not drink because I have a genetic allergy. My family, alcohol makes us break out in handcuffs. And I don't want to be involved with the police that way. Thank you very much. And same Dawn, I feel hungover just staying up. That last police I fell foul were in Iraq. That's true. Have you written a book about that? Because I think that would be fascinating and might get optioned to be a movie. And I'm not even being facetious. From what you have told me, what fairly little you've told me, I really think the story of what happened to you in Iraq could seriously make it both excellent thriller novel and definite movie. Trek is, who would you all cast to play Glenn Fleming? And Chris Walker says, I drank for all those who couldn't, but I did it responsibility. So that's, thank you for your drunk service. Yep. And I've said this, want presents at indiecd.com, but can't make it. Message me for details at ddulasbpa@yahoo.com. Yes, you are welcome. Might have to take you up on that, Foxy, and I would love to be there, but that's quite a trip, and we as Polo. You're in good company. That's why I haven't come out to see you, my dear friends, but we'll figure it. Ooh, get a hold of me. That one was on me. Anyway, Foxy, he was mostly shots each time zone rang in New Year, although we went to bed shortly after Mountain Zone time zone, welcoming the new year. Well, that's where we're at. Mountain, I mean. Hung till Zachy hit 2024, Chris. And I'm counting the days till the 26th of this month. Got my formal outfit together. Rock on. Can't wait to see it. Hiya, chat. Nice, Alec. Hey, Grey Wolf. Nick family comes first. Our family just happens to be the folks in our group. You're not wrong. But, I hate to say it, I got the bona fides to say that I'm trying to keep my family as my priority, which is why I'm looking at my numbers. Right, Donna? Quitzman dude, I take back my previous remark. Your resolution is your resolution is to get the corrected ad to Nick. LOL. Hi, Donna. And I hope we can fix that ad this afternoon. No problem, Donna. Dang it. Don, you just need to be in the same room as the microphone this time. Oh, LOL, correct. Dan, that part is fixed. He needs to complete the music part. Yes, Don, I figured that I would at least help him ring in the new year. Since he was still awake, he's a good sport despite my shocking commentary at times. Well, that works. Hey, Grey Wolf, did you come in? Did Grey Wolf come in? Hi, chat. I'm sorry, I totally missed you scrolling through. Good morning, Grey Wolf. That last extra good morning kind of roughened my throat a bit, but that's okay. And Alex says, I might have to go. Need to check on my neighbor. Ambulance is his house. Well, I hope he's okay. Or, yeah, he says house. And do what you got to do. I respect that. Hey, Gray. Whoa, Alec. Hope it's okay. Hiya. Hey, Gray. Best wishes to the neighbor. Hiya. Correction, 2 ambulances. At that point, it may be time to not interfere too hard. That's not good. Yeah, that's bad. Uh-oh, Alec. Yep, drinking coffee now, and I have a turkey in the oven also. I prefer spiral ham, but I guess we'll do that one tomorrow. Ooh. Usually best to stay out of the way, sadly for onlockers. My wife had to go in early this morning, so I'm getting a jump on my project. Rock on. Hey, I've seen clothes that were more holy than righteous. Friend, just because I have walked a straighter path than I could doesn't mean I have not been tempted by the scenery at points in my life. Shall I have a third cup of coffee? I believe I shall. Live that wild life, Dan. Do it. Hyper Dan. He gets enough caffeine, he just starts teleporting. Chris, it's like those poor girls downtown who dance for a living. I'd like to contribute dollar bills to help them buy clothes $1 at a time. Good Lord. Woot! It's been completed now to figure out how to allow free downloads for these digitals for fulfillment. And Glenn is just feeling the love. Glenn, you feel the love today. Coffee in hand as well. He's almost caught up. Caught up, we can't have that. No, we can't. And Carl, the single mother's fund can always use some assistance in growing size. Okay, I like Nickelback too. I hope Jody figures out his download issue. Helen is busy in the kitchen. Champagne and Italian red with our steak dinner tonight. Can't wait. I rarely have more than 2 cups of coffee at home, but at work I never notice how many I drink. Single mothers, I was never near there. Should have put a ring on it. Dad never had more than 2 cups of coffee. Oh wait, I've been fixed. Whew. And speaking of fixed, let's run an ad or two that will fix your mood. You know what? Let's run this one. Okay, so we've got some breaking news. Barring unforeseen, I'll be trying to make your con in February. Newsflash, that'd be amazing, Chris. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Nick. I loved writing that music. You are just unspeakably talented, Dan Hallfield. I was very happy to get some progress on this my novel, as you should. Now, speaking of progress, back. It was his wife. I know what happened, and they're taking her in just to make sure it isn't her heart again. Well, she's in our thoughts and prayers, Alec. As are you, because why not? I've got lots of room in my hearts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Let's run another ad for people who haven't been advertised enough.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
I am so proud and inspired by that woman, the good she's done, the choices she's made. Kat Rothermel is one of the coolest people on this whole freaking planet, and I am honored to know her. Wow, okay. My screen wanted to give me some more options because I have multiple screens going, but and let's see. If I can do it, I might start the D.B. Cooper short story at the same time. Heck yes. Best wishes for her. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope she's okay. She's had heart issues before. That makes everything a little scarier. Oh, heck. Just show my kids, Nick. LOL. I don't have an ad, but that's one of my favorite things from 2020. Okie dokie. We can make that happen. Wish granted. We're talking again about Dawn's fashionable felines that have their stories told on her Facebook group. Please go join up with that. She can throw the link in the chat, and perhaps that they will be revisited again in the future. Didn't realize that was 2023 too. 2023 was a very busy year for us, but it's there. And Fox says, we're working on getting an ad for this thesis. I can do the recording and such things, but he has to edit. And I have an ad scripted. I was going to film it yesterday, but I felt like crud, so I didn't leave the house. I understand that one, too. And squee for me. 2023 was hectic, electric, septic. But as much as I'd like to extend the show, I need to get work on Don's ad. I need to post it on here. It's been a minute. Yes, it has. And we will be wrapping up shortly because, frankly, I have stuff I need to do, and it's easier to get done before Xander wakes up. So let me run another ad for people who haven't had their stuff, and we'll let you guys start wrapping up in the chat. Oh, we'll do this. Oh, I feel better. It seems like there's no show today. I hope it's not the final one. That would be tragic. But yes, over on Indie Comics Network, our dear friend Nita Lanning is shaping the world and bringing some great creatives to us. So it's really cool. Let's hit the comics. And let's see. 2023 was hectic. Get the show. Need to post that. Was busier than a rooster in a hen house and not having anywhere near as much fun. 2023 was a different kind of isolation for me. It had very interesting highs and some terrifying lows. And I'm still going to process that, but I need to get my ducks in a row for 2024 because I have too much to do to spend too much time looking back. Nice one, Chris. Have a wonderful 2024. All thanks for making 2023 memorable. We do what we can. I'm going to go. Talk to y'all later. Happy New Year's once again. Happy New Year's. They say, thanks for doing a show today, Nick. This show, and you help others keep up their spirits. You don't know how important it is for me to hear that sometimes. Thank you. Dan says, I hope everyone has a wonderful 2024. I'm going to make sure that I have the best one that I can too. I've said it before, but Nick, Tank, Quincy are my feel-good and motivational folks. Well, friends, if I can keep you motivated, if I can make life a little better for you in my chaotic background and stumbling ways, then I'm doing a great good for the world, because you guys are blazing bonfires of creativity and genius, and you put out hope all around you. And if I could do anything to spark that when that gets low or tend it a bit, it is my privilege and my honor to be a bit of a lamplighter in these times. And with what Chris Walker says, Happy New Year, everyone. Probably one of the few Mondays celebrated this year. Everyone have a great day. So keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because, guys, when you do it, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. And I will see you all back here Wednesday for another extended episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Till then, toodles, folks.